I asked for your feedback about a month ago when I made the whole midlife crisis thing, and so many of you responded. I was incredibly grateful. And what I realized from the comments is that you guys were amazingly honest, which was great. And some of you maybe don't know who I am just based on the comments. And so I thought maybe it would be useful every once in a while that I just talk through things in a format like this, and you can get a feel for who I am a little bit better. So what I did is have Haley record over there on the green screen a bunch of the comments, and then she put them here on the computer. That's why I have it in front of me. I'm going to watch through them and try not to defend myself. I'm just going to play them through mostly. I thought you would find it interesting, especially if you have a YouTube channel yourself or you're interested in science or SciComm. They're quite interesting. Let's just play them through.
First of all, 40% of people said that the name Untamed Science didn't fit.
Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting with the question, does it fit? People know me as Untamed Science, and so I am going to create a new series starting in October, which I think you're gonna like.
Sell science to the Kardashian Shane Dawson crowd. They're selling nothing, and people love it.
Okay.
What about try some videos without you appearing in them or narrating them? But it's your show.
It is my channel, yes. I feel like that was maybe from a film student friend of mine. I do that, just not on my channel.
Cut down on the introspection.
But you're gonna hate this video. Damn it.
Every time I see one of your videos, I'll watch it because it's you. But surely the topic doesn't help. I probably would not have watched it if it was someone else. Your filmmaking and storytelling skills are good enough so that people will stay. If only they would click.
I suppose this is one of those very helpful critiques that is sugar-coated a lot. So I appreciate that one. Thank you.
Sometimes the story can be a little thin.
It's true. Sometimes, yes, sometimes.
I feel like the image you make for yourselves is not who you really are. And you're trying to be something that's hot and flashy to an audience that's getting a bit tired of that vibe. Your video that brought us this form is a great example of what I'd like to see more of. Deeper, more personal, vulnerability, etc.
Well, you're gonna like this video. Now, that's actually partly why I was mixing something like this in, as I realized maybe you guys don't know who I really am. I put on a little bit of a teaching vibe when I'm giving the videos, but yeah, it's not exactly who I am.
Just curious how you look that handsome at that age.
Well, I'm not that old, so...
Learn to sell folks what they want instead of what you think they need. You'll do much better, and it'll be easier once you become a salesman who makes science videos. Sell it, then make it.
Think about that.
Try to create moments where you're facing something challenging, you're unsure or feeling vulnerable.
I do that. I did that. In fact, it's getting me into risky situations, which some of you think is very irresponsible of me. I'm not an irresponsible person. So we'll see.
Put yourself in the hands of someone else to guide you or experience something new. And along the way, tell the story. Kind of your whole thing.
You never know who's seen what of the videos that I do, but it is kind of my thing. It's what I try to do anyway.
I think you need to pick a more narrow target audience. Find your niche and adapt to it perfectly. Imagine your ideal viewer. How old are they? What do they do for a living? What are they most passionate about? Now that you have them in mind, make videos that they will absolutely love.
It's fantastic advice, to be totally honest, and it's what I preach, but sometimes you don't always practice what you preach, and so thank you for that.
If you're thinking of making changes because of the whole midlife crisis thing, don't. Sit on your hands and make the decision after you're on the other side.
I'm so glad I got that comment and a couple others like it, because I was getting ready to make a huge change, one of which was to just abandon this whole channel, I think. And that's not really what I wanted to do. So I'm not making any changes until October, but you're gonna like what's coming, I think.
You are courageous to be so open about your midlife crisis, aka your transformation. Trust the process of growth.
Also, I'm gonna say, I am so glad I said something, because it has allowed me to grow so much just interacting with a lot of you out there who wanted to help. So I appreciate that.
Steer the video toward a question or topic that really interests people, and then add your excitement.
I definitely do the reverse of that. I always find something I'm interested in or somebody I work with is interested in, and then we try to find something interesting that could work on YouTube.
Stop, drop, and teach, but in a way that's just expanding your delivery in a social and immediate way. Do what you can to turn those little bits of isolation around.
The good news is that is coming in October, so stay tuned.
The reason I continue to follow you guys is that you have a special quality of character that a lot of men don't share. It's encouraging to see someone who's driven and also genuinely prioritizes family and friends. It's actually rare and refreshing to see.
I get encouraged as well when I see people doing that out in the professional world. I wish we had more of that.
You're the only biologist I follow, so that's pretty much all the YouTube biology input I get. Would love to learn and understand more about the world.
Well, I hope I'm not the only biologist that many of you follow, but if I am the only one, then I feel like you're going to like what's coming up because I've dedicated to doing a lot more teaching and using this platform in a way that's kind of exciting. So there you go. I don't know. What do you think? Were those harsh? Some of them were harsh. Some of them were pretty blunt and honest. I thought most of them were very useful. I'm curious if you did have any more comments. Feel free to leave it down below. I processed these for like about the whole month. I almost didn't make this video. I thought I would put it out there just because it might help a bunch of you to see what comments were coming to me and not have to ask for frank comments, because at times it was really hard. I got a couple of comments that basically implied, well, it more or less said that I'm irresponsible and that I'm selfish because of the things that I do, and I should be supporting my family somehow. Well, that's what I'm doing, obviously. This is the only one I wanted to defend because I felt like the people who were making that comment must not have any idea who I am. Most of the people who know me would know that it's quite the opposite. And I feel a little bit irresponsible probably for making people think that I'm irresponsible. Does that make sense? I don't do some of these things irresponsibly. I'm not skydiving or filming tornadoes or caving or scuba diving irresponsibly. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There's quite a lot of planning that goes into many of these things. But I do share some of these more fun things, and I'm very quick to grab the phone to document them. But I do think one of the things I'm doing going forward is I'm being more focused. I'm cutting out the things that are not what I feel is most beneficial, what we need in this world right at the moment. Some of which is making things a little less untamed, although I feel like really that's just the name of the show. It doesn't have to be wild and crazy science that we do here. We do good science communication. That's what I want to be known for. But I also want it to be a little clearer, and that's what's coming out in October. If you do want to see what's coming out in October a little bit early, I am releasing it to my amazing patrons about 6 or 7 days ahead of time. You can go to that link right here. I have very low tiers as far as financial gain. I have amazing patrons. You all interact with me a lot. I'm hoping that I can also help you out in any way that I can. It's kind of a little community that we have. I do different things on there, and starting in October, I have a few bigger perks that I'm sending out, which, well, I don't have them right in here. I have postcards, which I always do because I enjoy the art. And then I have some other products that I think you're going to like. Okay. Did I tease that enough? I think I teased that pretty well. Maybe over teased. I'm just going to end this video, and I hope you enjoy the videos to come.